Now I will be discussing a feature which allows you to rent equipment from others. So you can rent tractors or attachments based on what other users have listed. So this is probably the most important feature, as most of the users of this website will be renters. So the first thing you do is you have to search for equipment. So you can do it in multiple ways, as I've already detailed in the overview video, but the easiest way to search for equipment is to use the home page. On the home page, you'll have the first section, which will show a box for a location and for the date. So you can decide whether you want a tractor or an attachment, or you want all equipment. So if I want only tractors, I would just select tractor. All right. And then in the location field, I can put a location of my choice, and the search results will be results that are within a 50-mile radius of that location. So it's best to put a location closest to where you live or where you want to pick the equipment up from. So for this example, I will be using this location, and then you want to put some dates in. So the dates are the start date and the end date of how long you want the equipment for. So this is the rental date or the booking date. So let's say I want the equipment, I want to rent a tractor from June 1st to June 3rd. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And if I click save and then search, then it takes me to the search bar, which shows me the tractors from June 1st to June 3rd of that location. So what I can do is I can select the tractor by scrolling down over here. If you want some filters, I think I've already explained the filters in the overview video, but just for more information, what you can do is this allows you to filter by tractor or attachment, and also the type of tractor that you want. So let's say if I only want Ford tractors, then I would check this box next to Ford to make it green, and then press apply filter. And then you would see all of the tractors that have been made by Ford. And then you can also select filters for horsepower, such as do you want small tractors or larger tractors? So if I select this, maybe 100 horsepower, then both filters are being applied. The first filter of the company name, the Ford tractors, and the second filter, which is the horsepower, being at least 100. So this will help narrow down the search results to what you actually want. You can select the tractor, you can go back, and you can also select another tractor. And if you go back to the page using your browser, then your filters will be still kept as is. If you want to remove filters, you can easily just go back and you can click off of the filter. If you click on the filter that you selected again, it will deselect the filter. Let's do the same thing for the company. So if I go to tractor and deselect Ford, or there's also a clear all option on the top, and if you click apply filter, it will once again remove that filter as well. So now you can see all of the tractors that are available for rental in that location are with a 50-mile radius for that rental period that you have selected. In this case, June 1st, June 3rd. So notice how the dates are still being kept over there. What you can do is you can also pull up a map view. The map view, if you turn the map view on, you'll be able to see exactly where all the tractors are being located. Right now, since the location is pretty broad, you can see wherever, you can see tractors in other states. But if you, for example, wanted to make the location specific or change the location, and if you click search now, then if we go to the map view, you can see that only the Chicago location shows up because we have narrowed down the location. So I've been going over some filters. Once again, just to reiterate, I have been going over the location filters, the tractor type filters, and the horsepower filters, and the other filters work the same way. If you go into the dates, you can still see the first and end date over here. You can always change that by reselecting the dates instead. So if I wanted June 1st to June 4th instead, I just have to reselect the dates just like how I initially did, and then apply dates. And then I would click search, and then you would have the tractors available for this location within 50 miles of this location for these dates that you can rent from. If a tractor is booked for a certain amount of dates, like another user has booked it and it overlaps with your date range, the tractor will not show over here. So another feature we have here is to select instant booking. So some owners want to use instant booking, which allows for a faster rental process. As you pay right away, you already pay an amount, and the tractor rental is automatically completed. Whereas in manual booking, the owner has to confirm your request first, and then you pay for your tractor or attachment. So if you want equipment faster, you can select the instant booking option, which shows all of the tractors from all of the owners that have allowed instant booking in their approval policy. But if that's not necessarily a requirement, then you can deselect that. You'll be able to see tractors from even other owners that do not support instant booking. So now let's go ahead and click on any one of the tractors that we have. So you can see the prices of the tractors as well as the details on every search results. Because of that, I want to choose a tractor with a high horsepower and a low price. So I can check the horsepower and I can check the price, and then I can select this tractor. After you select the tractor, it will show you more details such as the horsepower, the booking type, which is based on the owner's approval policy, the service offered, which will allow you to either take the tractor by picking it up or having it delivered to your location, as well as the model and the year and other details about the tractor. Here you can see the features that the tractor provides, as well as an option to message the owner. So we can try messaging the owner and asking questions about how this tractor works. So I can type a message here, and then the owner will get your message immediately after you have sent it, and the owner will respond to your message easily. And we get the response on the bottom of the messages screen. So if we go back, we can see the listing again. Here we have the rules and policies as a PDF that you have to agree to, which the owner has set. Lastly, if you're satisfied with all of the details and the policies of this tractor, you can add the tractor to your cart. Then you can go to your cart by going to the top right and clicking on the cart icon. And now you can confirm your details. The rental period you have already selected, but it still gives you an option to change it if you decide to change it last minute. You have to select an insurance. So we have three options: Essential, Preferred, and Peace. And let's say we want to go with the Essential insurance. And then you can select the address that you want. You can either use the address that you previously had, or you can add a new address by going into the Add New Address option. Lastly, you can see how much the total of your rental actually costs, and this will show the details or the distribution of each part of the price and what you're actually paying for. So you know what percent is going to the company, what percent is going to the insurance, and what percent is actually going to the owner. After you're done, you can click Request to Book. Keep in mind, this is with manual booking, so you have to request to book first, and then you'll be able to pay after the owner accepts your request. We will go through instant booking next. Once the owner has accepted your request to book the equipment for that date range, you will get a notification of confirmation. So click the bell icon on the top right, which will open your notifications, and then you can click on the notification that just came saying that, which confirms your request to book the equipment. Now you have an option to either go back to the details of the equipment and the payment, and you can also decide to pay at this moment. So when you select Pay Now, you will be able to use either one of your saved cards, or you can add a new card by clicking on the Add New Card button over here. If you're a first-time user, you will not have any saved cards, so you will have to add a new card. To add a new card, you should enter the credit card number, your name on the card, your expiration date, and your security code, as well as one of your billing addresses. So you can either use an address that you have already selected, or if the billing address is different than the shipping address, then you can add the new address. After you've selected the card that you want to use, click on the Pay Total button on the bottom right. Once the payment has been processed, and if the information is correct, then the website will open the details page again, and you will see the status on the left side. Once the owner has delivered the equipment to your location, or you have picked it up, you will see the status update saying delivered. Once the rental period has finished and the appropriate return forms have been filled out, then you'll see the status update has been returned. Now for our second example, we will try to book an attachment instead of a tractor, and we will show how the instant booking works. So to book an attachment, we will be using the same homepage that we used to book a tractor and selecting the dates that we want and the location that we want to get the equipment from. And we would select attachment, which will filter the results to only attachments. And we would choose the one that we would want. The same filters apply as well. We can message the owner the same way, and we can see the details just like the original tractor that I've shown. We can add the attachment to our cart, and then we can complete the checkout. In order to complete the checkout, we have to once again select an insurance and click on the Request to Book. If you can see here, because the owner was using instant booking and not manual booking, you are required to pay immediately. In this case, you would select a credit card and you would select Pay Now before any approval process happens. So you have to pay first, and then the owner will try to approve your request. After the owner has approved your request, you will get a notification saying that it's approved. Finally, I'm going to cover how you can view the history of your bookings, or you can view the status of your bookings. So what you would do is you would click on the profile picture on the right top side and make sure that the rental option is selected, because you are renting equipment, not the owner, but the rental option, because you're renting equipment. Then you would select the booking history option. And in the booking history option, we can see that there are 4 categories: requested, confirmed, completed, and canceled. And these basically represent the stages of booking equipment. So requested are the equipment that you have wanted to book, but the owner has not approved of that equipment yet. By clicking on the requested tab, you will see those types of equipment. Confirmed means that the owner has approved the equipment and the payment has gone through. So then you can see all the equipment that we have confirmed. So for example, we booked this equipment and we also booked the attachment. So we have booked the tractor and the attachment from earlier into the video. Clicking on any one of these will give you the details on the receipt, just as I previously have shown. If you click on completed, you will see the bookings that have been completed and they have been delivered and returned successfully. And lastly, canceled will show the bookings that have been canceled. If the owner decides to deny any requests, then those will show here in the canceled section.